It's so frustrating. You're putting all this effort into fasting and you're not getting any results. You look down, you still see the belly, you step on the scale won't move, but yet you're doing 3-day fast, intermittent fasting, and nothing is helping you lose weight. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what's going wrong and how to fix it. So stick around to the end. But before we get started, I'm Dr. Zyrowski. Thanks for hanging out with me in today's video. I first want to start with the topic of insulin resistance. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, I don't have insulin resistance. I know this because I tell patients this all the time, and that's the response I get. Now, here's the thing. If you're not losing weight while you're fasting, you have to take the fact that you have insulin resistance quite seriously. It doesn't mean you're type 2 diabetic, but there's many people who are walking around with low-level insulin resistance that will stop you from losing weight. And then towards the end of this video, we'll talk about hormones because this also might be a factor for you. But let's start with insulin resistance. Now, when you have insulin resistance, the problem that you have is that you fast, your blood sugar never gets low enough, your insulin never gets low enough in order for you to actually turn into a fat burner, start burning fat for energy in the body, therefore helping you lose the fat on your belly that you've been trying to get rid of. There's a few considerations. The first one is going to be the type of food that you're eating, okay? You cannot fast your way out of a bad diet. Many people tell me, no, I have a healthy diet. It's not a problem. I bet you that your diet probably isn't as healthy as you think it is. So then the question becomes, well, do I follow keto? Do I follow carnivore? The answer is neither of them, right? Both of those diets are good in therapeutic models. However, they're too extreme for most people to follow. Let me make it very simple for you. No sugar, no grains. Why no sugar? Well, we want to take sugar out of the diet because it's the number one thing that's going to spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin levels, and stop that fat burning, okay? So go sugar-free, totally sugar-free. Look at labels. If it has sugar in it, don't eat it, don't drink it. And then the reasons we want to get rid of grains is because they're highly inflammatory. I don't make the rules on these things. I didn't make them all GMO. I'm just telling you, I'm the bearer of bad news. Grains are highly inflammatory and causing a lot of health problems in people today. So therefore, if you are eating grains, you're driving inflammation in your body. You're also causing an autoimmune response, which can impact the way that your body is able to handle the metabolism, okay? So therefore, no sugar, no grains. Take those two things out of your diet and focus on eating a good, healthy, whole food diet, and this will offer amazing benefits, okay? So focus on no sugar, no grains. Make it simple, okay? Now, the next thing you have to consider is how much food are you eating, right? Many people get in their heads because they're fasting, they can consume so much more food. I just fasted for 18 hours. I can eat all this food. The reality is it's pretty easy to put down a lot of calories really fast, especially if you have in your head that you're eating a keto-like diet because these fats are highly, highly calorically dense. So therefore, you could easily be overeating. Now, even if you're eating healthy, it's possible to eat too many calories. Too much energy in the body. Now the body takes all that energy in the way of the food, the calories, and stores it as fat. So therefore, it is a good thing to do to actually track your calories for a period of time and understand how much food you should actually eat on a day-to-day basis. When we're fasting, we can get these numbers a little bit tweaked in our head and easily overeat. So if you're not losing weight while you're fasting, take into consideration, even though you're putting all that effort into fasting, you're just putting in too much energy in the body, and your body's taking that energy, storing it as fat. So go to like caloriecalculator.net, for instance, and put in the information about you, how tall you are, how much you weigh, what your activity is like throughout the day. Figure out how many calories you should eat throughout the day, and then try to stick to that number, okay? And if you're trying to lose weight, somewhere around a 250 to 500 calorie deficit per day is gonna do great things for weight loss over time. Now, the other thing you wanna consider, if you're not losing fat, you're not losing weight while you're fasting, is how often are you eating? If you're very insulin resistant, this becomes a big issue for you. So let me explain. Let's say you're doing a 16-hour fast, you're just intermittent fasting, 16 and 8. You break your fast at the 16-hour mark, you have your first meal, and then you kind of graze all day because it's your eating window, right? And then you eat your big dinner. Now, the reality is if you're insulin resistant, your body does not like that grazing all day. So what you really want to do is eat your first meal, go back into that little mini fast, and then eat your second meal, go back into the 16-hour fast, okay? So you're basically eating, fasting, and the cycle continues. But no long-term grazing during that 8-hour window because your body isn't tolerating it well. Now, another big consideration that will really help you out if you can't lose fat and you're fasting is making sure that you're looking at the other opportunity to clear blood sugar from the bloodstream. What am I talking about? Well, the muscle tissue. Making sure that you're activating the muscle tissue after you eat in order to mop up all that sugar in the bloodstream. So how would you do this? Essentially, go and exercise after you eat. Go for a 30-minute brisk walk after you eat. Get those leg muscles working. And as you do that, your body just dramatically drops in the blood sugar, keeps the insulin levels down, therefore allowing you to go into a fat burning mode much quicker, okay? And if you're combining this with fasting, it works like a miracle, okay? So you wanna make sure that you're doing these simple methods in order to get your results. And while we're on the topic of muscle, it's important to understand too that the more muscle, the more lean muscle mass that you carry on your body, the more calories that your body is able to burn, the better metabolism you'll have, the faster metabolism you'll have, the more likely that your body will be able to keep your blood sugar under control. So muscle tissue means something, lean muscle mass. So therefore, what we want to do is not just cardio, not just go for a walk, but also put some effort into building lean muscle mass. Therefore, throughout the week, make sure that you're doing some resistant training, pick up some weights, build some muscle, because this muscle tissue now is burning calories, keeping your blood sugar levels lower 24 hours a day just because it exists, okay? So work on building some muscle up. Now let's look at one other thing you can do, and that's add berberine into the mix. So let's say that you're doing all this fasting, you're putting all this effort in, but your blood sugar still just is really resistant to coming down. Your insulin is very resistant to coming down. So then what we want to do here is we can add berberine in, all right? And the thing is that this is going to do is just help further push those metabolic mechanisms, the insulin, the blood sugar in the right direction so that you're in a fat burning mode. I specifically use a berberine called berberine ER that's 5 times more bioavailable that works really well. You're going to basically take a capsule of this 2 to 3 times a day in order to drop that blood sugar down. Take it either 5 to 10 minutes before a meal or take it with a meal. This is going to be really effective and really help you out. This is also going to be a way that you're going to be able to stay off a lot of these GLP-1s that most people are reverting to because they just want quick results with no effort. So instead of healing the body, they just physiologically override the body and cause a whole bunch of side effects and potential long-term problems that we're not even aware of yet. So berberine ER, I'll put a link in the description below. Now, towards the beginning of this video, I said, well, hormones could potentially be a problem. And one of the big hormones that we want to focus on is cortisol, okay? If you're not sleeping enough, if you have too much stress in your life, cortisol will skyrocket. And then as a result, this alone can block fat burning. So we want to make sure that we're optimizing sleep quality, make sure that we're lowering stress. You could increase your B vitamin intake or just actually take a support that targets cortisol directly. I'll put a link in the description below to something we use clinically for this. Target cortisol to lower it down in order to actually allow your body to tap into that fat burning. So if you're putting all this effort into fasting and you're not losing weight, we just have to think critically as to why this is happening, make these tweaks, and then just like that, you're going to start getting amazing results. I'm Dr. Zyrowski. If you enjoyed this video, check this video out next.